If you're an entrepreneur who's looking to create a awesome new course that will absolutely change the lives of thousands, but you've been discouraged as of late because you've been hearing a lot of negative talk about course creators in general, and you've been confused whether you should move forward or not, and you've been hoping to find a little motivation, but it's been really tough. Look no further, you've come to the right video. Today, I'm going to give you that motivation that you need and to let you know why you need to keep moving forward and why it is imperative for you to get the job done. So let's get into it. I want to start by giving you the three voices that you should absolutely ignore when it comes to creating your course. It is absolutely imperative that you do so, because if you have solved a problem that would help a large number of people out in the marketplace, it is absolutely an obligation for you to get that course to the marketplace. I feel like you were destined for this, and it is no coincidence that the idea even came to you and that you were even inspired to create the concept, right? And whether or not it's in a category that a lot of people are already familiar with, you figured it out in your unique way, right? You came up with an elegant solution that is a standout solution, right, within the marketplace. The market absolutely deserves to receive a blessing such as the one that you came up with. Now, what I mean by the discouragement, I want to talk about three specific voices that I've been hearing out here over the years when it comes to course creation and just business in general, right? And I want you to, at all cost, ignore these voices, right? Because what you need to keep your focus on is the people that you are sent to serve are far more important than any people who are looking to discourage or simply disagree with you because you want to make a difference, right? So I want you to keep that in mind, all right? So the first voice that I want you to keep in mind to absolutely ignore are those that are familiar with you, right? Now, I know this might sound a little harsh because it could be family members, people who mean well. It could be, neighbors, someone you went to school with, coworkers, because they simply don't understand what you've built, right? You probably are a very reliable and responsible and consistent person, and you've been working, right? A reliable and safe job, right? That you probably had received a degree, right? Or some sort of certification or training to get yourself to this level of stability in life. And they felt like your entrepreneurial pursuits were vain, right? And unstable or unpredictable, right? And so they've been always trying to discourage you from your path. Now, in this particular case, you've already solved the situation and you've already proven it for yourself. Maybe you've been pursuing it part-time as you've been working full-time, and it absolutely worked out for you. And you've been kind of keeping things hush because, as I said, the people close to you were kind of discouraging, right? And so it's been hard to kind of get feedback from them, even though you've gotten some positive feedback from testing this thing and actually getting results, right? So I want you to ignore their resistance. Do not be discouraged when it comes to moving forward. You've already put the time in to solve the problem. You've already put time in to prove that it's valuable to a large enough people in the marketplace who actually raise their hands in some form or fashion, be it reviews, be it queries, whatever they've done to prove out that this was something that they really needed, right? This was a serious pain point that a large group of people had, and you were blessed to be the person to come up with a unique solution that will absolutely relieve that pain for them, right? So do not be discouraged because of the familiar voices in your life, loved ones, or people who may mean well. Some of them, let's be honest, might simply be just a little bit fearful themselves and maybe projecting that fear onto you somehow. And like I said, they mean well. They see that you're stable, you've been consistent, you have a great career that's providing for your family, or maybe you've had struggles in your past and you've finally gotten to that place where you've maintained a stable 9 to 5, such as myself, right? I maintain a stable 9 to 5, and I'm telling you, even though throughout the course of myself, having and maintaining this 9 to 5, and finally I'm learning how to live below my means and manage my finances and budget properly and provide for my family properly. Some people feel like I shouldn't, break I shouldn't try to fix something that isn't broken. I should say, right? I shouldn't do anything different than what I'm doing now, other than to move up in the position that I'm already in. And that's fine, for some people that may choose that sort of lifestyle. There's nothing wrong with that. As long as you're willing to do that for yourself, entrepreneurship, there's nothing wrong with it. I choose to be an entrepreneur, right? So I'm moving forward with my course, right? I'm absolutely in the middle of creating it as we speak right now. And I'm excited because it's something that is unique and elegant and solves a huge pain point for a large number of people. And so I want all of us to ignore the familiar voices, right? Okay, the second voice I want you to ignore is, and this is no disrespect, I'm not looking to offend anyone, but I just have to say it like it is, woke creators. And what that means is creators that believe that everything should happen organically. It's all about the art, man, right? And they don't feel like you should turn anything into a business model or systematize anything, right? They feel like everything should just simply be organic. They feel like business is evil, right? They feel like people who sell courses shouldn't be trusted, right? And you probably heard them on YouTube giving away free tips, of some sort, right? And then they'll speak down on someone who sells a course, right? Ignore those people. Yes, if they've, created something and they're giving it away for free, that's fine. We absolutely should give value away for free within the marketplace to establish our brands, to show that first we can help people. Frank Kern, right, a famous marketer, said that himself. I hope I'm quoting him right, where he says the best way to prove you can help someone is by actually helping them. So yes, free content is paramount. Is absolutely huge when it comes to building a personal brand, right? Creating that know, like, and trust foundation within that personal brand, right? Is absolutely important to do that. But there's nothing wrong with having a higher level of value that you are eventually selling, right? Because what I've learned, and as I've been investing in courses myself, and what I learned is when you pay a substantial amount of money, you usually pay attention to the learning material and you get it done, right? So a lot of times when you give everything away for free, the perceived value just isn't there, right? But at the same time, obviously, when you're giving something away for free, it should be so valuable that you could have sold it, right, at the same time. But usually an exceptional percentage of people will watch a piece of learning material for free and actually take action, right? That's an exceptional group, right? That's a smaller percentage. But a larger percentage of people who've invested in a substantial amount in learning material will absolutely take action. Like I say, when you pay a lot more, you tend to pay a lot more attention, right? And get the job done. So don't be discouraged by a fellow content creator who speaks in that woke language like it's absolutely evil for someone to have a course or have something for sale. Now, of course, you don't want to be, like, and I hate using this word, the whole scammy thing, right? Because I don't think that there's anything scammy. I think usually the average person is not looking to rob you or give you the opposite of what they said that they would give you, right? Or give you absolutely no value in exchange for what you're investing in. That's not the average person. So I don't even really like using that language, the whole scammy language. I feel like you definitely want to have integrity and you definitely want to be transparent. And like I said, you don't want to always show up with a piece of content, always asking for something, right? I think that's not a good approach. I mean, Gary Vee in his book, Jab, 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 Right Hook, actually gives a really good example, just giving, multiple times and the majority of the time absolutely will have someone, lower their guard and feel more comfortable with you, right? And like I said, you're already showing them up front that you literally can help them because the free content that you're giving them is so valuable that they say, like Myron Golden, my mentor, says, man, his paid stuff must be awesome if this free stuff has been helping me out so great, right? So there's nothing wrong with that, but don't get discouraged because of your fellow creators and they may have an adverse reaction when it comes to paid courses and education and things of that nature. Maybe they've had a bad experience with someone who was dishonest or someone who didn't have integrity. But that simply doesn't define the entire group of marketers or people that have great talents that sell. Most people on YouTube and things are monetized, right? They're earning a living full time as creators on YouTube. So either way, they're making money and they're not just giving away things for free because you're paying with your attention and they do have monetization turned on most of the time, especially if they are savvy YouTube creators. So they're making money one way or another via some partnership. And a lot of times when they say this video is sponsored by, it's not sponsored usually. They just simply have an affiliate link in, right? And affiliate partnerships and programs are free. You don't have to have millions of followers in order to gain sponsorship. You just simply sign up for an affiliate partnership and you'll receive the same percentages as some of the top YouTubers. Some of them are a little dishonest and use the language sponsorship because they feel like affiliate links are scammy. Like none of it makes sense. If you're offering genuine information that is absolutely helpful and you're transparent about the affiliate links, which you have to be anyway, right? That's usually in the terms and conditions. You have to be transparent about the affiliate links. Just be honest, right? So don't get discouraged by your fellow creators when it comes to creating your paid courses because that course could change someone's life, right? You could absolutely bring a lot of value to someone's family or multiple families. So ignore those voices. Now, the last voice, right, I want you to ignore is your fellow marketers, your fellow creators. They may knock you for creating a course at the level that you're at. They may attempt to make you feel like you're not worthy. I've actually heard some guys that had created some success for themselves and they've gotten into the 8-figure levels of success. And they were talking down on someone that was bringing in an extra 5,000 with the solution that they had, and they created a course around it. And they were just talking down. And I'm like, wait a minute, that extra 5,000 can absolutely help someone or make a huge difference in their life. It can impact their finances greatly, right? I mean, I would absolutely pay for a course that would absolutely teach me a way that would work 9 times out of 10 if I work it to help me bring in an extra 5,000 a month. Come on now, I would jump on that like hotcakes. As a matter of fact, I would spend 4,500 for that. Why? Because if it's something that's going to help me bring in a recurring 5,000 a month, absolutely I would spend 4,500. I would invest 4,500 in that. So why would I knock something because it may not be offering me an 8-figure solution? Maybe someone is not looking for an 8-figure solution. Maybe they only want to make an extra 2,000 or 5,000 a month. If that's something that you can do and deliver with your course, right? Like I said, you're moving with integrity. You've already proven it for yourself or for others as well. Yes, absolutely move forward for that. Don't let someone make you feel small because they've finally gotten to the 8-figure level. So now your little 5,000 a month isn't worthy of having a course made about it, right? It just doesn't make sense. It defeats the purpose because the same people that were talking down on course creators that had built a solution around the fact that they were actually able to bring in an extra 5K a month, they actually were on a platform that teaches you to learn so you can make extra money a month, right? And that tells you that they don't guarantee that you're going to be making 8 figures, right? So none of it made sense. It was all contradictory, right? It was a bunch of hypocrisy, to me, I feel like a lot of times when you have a lot of your fellow marketers talk down and especially ignore the voices that will tell you that there's only one way of doing things, right? I really wanted to speak to that as well in this because maybe you haven't gotten started and you feel like you would do really good at, say, like drop shipping, right? Or some business model like that. And someone tells you, hey, don't do drop shipping. Drop shipping is dead or whatever. Don't listen to that foolishness. Like I literally work right now currently as I'm going through my entrepreneurial journey. I work at an Amazon fulfillment center and there's millions upon millions of dollars moving in and out of that building every month. So if someone tried to come and convince me, one, that there's no money being made online, I'll look at them like they were insane. Two, like Amazon FBA is dead. I'll be like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Yes, there may be some different business models that don't have as many moving parts or may not require as much upfront capital, but that doesn't mean any of those other business models are obsolete, such as dropshipping, Amazon FBA, or anything like that. If they absolutely have a good idea, yeah, give them a listen. But if someone is claiming that their way is the only way, I probably run for it because they're being disingenuous. Usually they talk down on other marketers and other systems because they want to sell their system. I always believe that transparency is best. I would say, hey, I don't know if this is how I would approach it. If I'm pitching it, right? I would start something like this. Hey, I don't know if this is for you, but I found something that worked for me and for many others that I've helped. And if this is the sort of thing that would absolutely give you great fulfillment in terms of earning an extra, you fill in the blank a month, then check this out, right? Something like that, right? Of course, it would be a lot more polished than that, but still, you get the point. I didn't trash a bunch of other business systems or marketers just to get you to purchase or invest in my thing, right? So that's what I'm saying. It may be someone that is, maybe they have a coaching program or maybe they have some other system that they're using for monetization, right? And maybe they're not creating courses. So they themselves are knocking the course. And a lot of times too, a lot of it is envy a lot of times. People may envy the fact that you have the ability to build audiences and to earn extra revenue rather than looking into learning something for themselves so they can create value in the marketplace and actually build a great lifestyle for them and their families, right? Some people just move from a place of lack rather than abundance, right? Or some people may look at it as a zero-sum game, or look at it with the slice of pie mentality, right? Versus an abundant mentality, because there's enough out here for everyone. There's a person turning 18 years old every day. There are people with problems, new problems that are popping up every second in the world, right? So there are millions, literally thousands of people out here who need help in some form or fashion. And if you feel like you are in alignment with a great deal of them and you have a great solution, go for it. Create that course, right? You've been called to do so. Don't allow naysayers, right? Negative Nellies, right, to discourage you from creating that course. It's something that you've been wanting to do for a long time. Don't let someone, because they've amassed a million or nearly a million subscribers, right, and because they choose to act woke, right, and talk down, right, on people who create courses, right, or because someone is gotten into the place where they're making 8 figures or more, and now they're looking down on little course creators. Don't allow that to discourage you. You can build a lot. It's all about how you leverage and manage your money. There are course creators out here that are making millions, right? And the course is actually a teaser to their more lucrative coaching programs or their inner circle programs. And they're absolutely changing lives, right? And changing the game. And so don't allow yourself to be talked out of it, because the next big winner in course creating just could be you. I hope this video was helpful, and I will see you guys the next time.